12 years of your life will be gone if you don't watch this video. 5 hours, every single day, just like that. Sounds like a lot? It's the daily reality for most people. Average screen time 5 hours per day. Now do the math. Of hours 365 days, it's 125 hours per year. A year has about 8,760 hours. Subtract sleep, and you're left with roughly 5,800 waking hours. If you're spending 1,825 of them on your phone, that's over 30% of your awake life. Now stretch that over a lifetime, 80 years, x 5 hours a day, 146,000 hours. That's more than 12 full years of your life lost. 12 whole years. Just screen. No memories, no real life. What could you have done with that time? Mastered an instrument, built a company, found yourself, or simply lived. Intro. The new prison. Maybe this sounds familiar. You're used to being available all the time. And that doesn't just mean, hey, how are you? It means toxic messages, drama, stress, guilt trips, problems that aren't even yours. And the worst part? You think that's normal, but it isn't. Emergency services should always be reachable, sure. But everything else? Can wait, should wait. Back then, phones were bolted to the wall. Today, you're the one bolted to the phone. You just don't see it. And while you're always available, you let people intrude into your space with stress, pressure, judgment. Right into your living room, onto your toilet, into your thoughts. And online, people are crueler than they'd ever be in real life. Because digital ill faster, harsher, more impulsive. No face, no voice, no pause. What used to fade away in hours now explodes in seconds and destroys real connection. The daily drain. If you invest just 1 hour a day into any topic for a few years, you'll be better than 99% of people. But you don't invest. You waste. On reels, endless scrolling, passive consumption. You think it's relaxation, but it's not. You end up more tired, more restless. You compare yourself to fake lives. You feel empty. The lost connection. You think you're connected. But every time you look at your screen, it disconnects you from the real world, from your partner's smile, from the wind on your skin, from life itself. You become more agitated, more anxious, more unhappy. And the worst part? You're just functioning, like a puppet on autopilot. Your brain forgets how to live. Your phone doesn't just distract you, it weakens you. Because you've trained yourself for instant gratification, you've forgotten how to handle effort. You can't focus. You give up fast. You can't stand boredom anymore. But those are the exact things that make you grow. Working out is hard, but it makes you strong. Reading is effort, but it makes you wise. Building friendships takes time, but it gives you meaning. Almost everything that feels good now costs you later. And almost everything that's hard now pays off later. The big lie: you think it's important to stay up to date, to reply, to be available. But it's a trap, an illusion. You think you're needed, but in reality you're being used. Used by platforms whose only goal is to keep your attention. You're being fed ads, and ads only work if you feel bad, because only then do you buy. The internet isn't a neutral place. It's a psychological battleground, and you pay the price. With your time, your focus, your self-worth, the anger and the truth. Why does no one talk about this? Why is everyone walking through life like a zombie? Always available, always stressed, always comparing. Most people aren't even addicted. They're compulsive. They reach for their phone without thinking. Refresh messages, open apps, scroll without purpose. That's not addiction anymore. That's obsessive behavior. Like someone who washes their hands 30 times a day. Only difference, you're washing away your life. The hidden cost, it's not just lost time, it's lost life. All the things you don't do because you're distracted. Build deep relationships. Learn an instrument, develop skills for your dream job, explore nature. Think clearly, discover yourself. That's the true cost. Not just what you do, but everything you'll never do. Part 8, my story, I cut it all. No social media, no messengers, no noise. And what happened next was wild. I became calmer. I had energy. My mind got clear. I learned piano every day with focus. After 1 year, I play pieces I once thought were impossible. I grew. I lived. My life now feels like a game I get to control. What you can gain, here's what you get. Hours of time every day. Mental clarity, real peace, depth presence, joy in the little things. Curiosity about life again, you'll start to see again. Plants, animals, sky colors, people, magics, you'll learn. You'll grow, not to prove anything, not to compete, but to reconnect with yourself. And while everyone else is stumbling through life with their hands metaphorically tied, you can simply walk. Free, clear, alive. Your first step? Put down your phone and start living. Outro, your invitation. I've lived through this, and that's why I invite you. Check out my piano method. It shows you how to build something big with small, focused steps. Start your digital detox. I'll walk you through how I did it. Click on the next video. I'll show you the very first real step to reclaim your life. Maybe this is your turning point.